Welcome to New Consultant Training for Aloette Southeast and Chapter 1 of your New Consultant Manual, Starting Strong. The training and tips we share with you today will really be how to help start or restart your Aloette business to ensure your most successful Aloette experience. I'm Tom Judson. I'm privileged to be your host. And so let's begin by talking about the very best way to start is by starting with a debut show. Now, this may be your launch show as a brand new consultant or something you decide to do as an existing consultant to re-debut and restart your business. We use an acronym here. Debut is determine early because you take control, but we can measure the success of new consultants who have a debut or a grand opening or a launch show in that they are 68% more successful with a debut held. How do we know that? We actually measured that those who have a grand opening or debut show, how much they sell in their first 8 weeks versus those who don't, and they actually sell 68% more. You will actually sell 68% more. You will also make 68% more money when you host a debut show. So, having a debut or a business launch show is really the best way for you to start and something we strongly recommend. That debut show can be done by your manager, your president. It can be done by you yourself, but having a business launch is a great way that any business starts with a grand opening. Now, the next thing on your path to success as an Aloette new consultant is that you set some quick start goals. You set some goals for things that you can do right now in your business. After saying yes, schedule some one-on-one training time within 24 hours with your manager or your leader. So after you've said yes, schedule some time where you can talk and write down questions you have so you can make sure your leader can answer those for you. Get your debut scheduled within 7 to 10 days. Oftentimes we talk about the debut, your grand opening, and you think, well, I need weeks to plan this. That's really not true. The analogy I share with you is that if you were going shopping at the mall with some of your girlfriends, would you call them and ask them what they're doing, Friday? Or would you say, listen, I want to go shopping at the mall and I'm wondering, what are you doing in 8.5 weeks on Saturday? Nobody knows that far away, but they do know Friday. That's exactly what your Aloette show is. That's a great analogy to remember as you're booking shows yourself. People know what they're doing in the next few days, but not that far away. So remember that as you're scheduling your debut show. Put all trainings, webinars, and meetings in your calendar. You may have local meetings, staff meetings in your area, trainings and webinars that we do on a weekly basis. Put them in your calendar so you know when they're held. Schedule a call with your leader at least twice a week for about 20 minutes and have her cell phone number so you can call if you can't reach her in her office. But this is important so that you have a reference point to check in with your leader every week so that you can ask any questions of her and she can help give you support and encourage you in your progress as a new consultant. And lastly, get some catalogs and order forms along with a couple of samples of maybe our enzyme peel or hand or body soap and begin working on orders for your debut show. These are orders for you in your business. So start introducing people to Aloette with catalogs and order forms. Now, your goals, what your personal goals are, really will drive your business goals. Even though this is a business and you want to keep maybe business and personal separately, really what you want to accomplish, why you came in the business and what your goals are very important because they'll drive what you do in your business. So I ask you a question and I'd ask you to write it down. Why did you join Aloette? Write it down where you can look at it every single day. Put it on the refrigerator. Put it on a mirror in your bathroom. But why are you doing this? Remember, the great part about this business is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There's no one to tell you what to do. And that's great! What great freedom! There's no one to tell me what to do. And the bad part about this business is you're your own boss, and there's no one to tell you what to do. So if you don't feel like doing anything in the business, you don't have to. Your personal motivation, why you want to do this, will be very important in determining your success level. So write it down. And set a financial goal as well. How much do you want to make a month or a week? I mean, do you need to make $1,000 a month in this business to make it worthwhile? Okay, write down $1,000 a month. Now break that goal down into the number of shows you need to hold per week or per month to make it a reality. Well, $1,000 a month with our show average is really about 6 shows. So okay, that's just 6 shows. Now I'm going to hold 2 this week and 1 next week and 2 the following week and 1 the last week. There's your 6, but take that financial goal and break it down into what you're going to have to do into bite-sized pieces. And lastly, understand the kit rebate program. Not only how you earn your kit for free with the no money down opportunity, but how you explain to others how they can start with no money down, and understand Alouette's career at a glance. We're actually going to talk about that in Chapter 2, our career plan and incentive programs. Nextly, really your calendar, because you are in business for yourself and you are scheduling times to work, your calendar becomes very important. And on that calendar that you keep, whether it be a date book or Outlook or a big desk calendar, what I encourage you to do is put in your big rocks first. Now, this comes from training from a man named Stephen Covey. He wrote a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And he talked about a fishbowl, a glass fishbowl, that he took big rocks and put the big rocks in the fishbowl and asked students at a class he was instructing, is the fishbowl full? And they said, yeah. Then he took a bowl of small pebbles and poured it in on top, and they dribbled on top. And he said, now is it full? And they said, yeah. Then he took a bowl of sand and poured it in the fishbowl, and it dribbled down around the small pebbles and big rocks. And he said, is it full? Well, the students were getting wise by then, and they said, no. At which point he took a pitcher of water and poured it in the fishbowl and went above everything else. The purpose of this great visual exam was that you have to put the big rocks in first. Put in those things like your full-time job, your family commitments, your church commitments, all those things that should be way important than a part-time job ever should be. And put them in your calendar first. Once you do that, the second point here is you will highlight days and nights when you can hold shows. You can start booking now. Give yourself a challenge to have 4 bookings before your debut show. Review our hostess plan. You can see our hostess plan on AlouetteSoutheast.com under the benefits of hosting. You can also download the flyer under the flyers and forms section on AlouetteSoutheast.com. But review that hostess plan and be able to coach your hostess on what she can earn when she has a show. And lastly, access Alouette Southeast and Consultants Corner to find more promotions, training, and other information to help you as you're starting to schedule your new Alouette business. Now, when you think about our business and you think about starting your business, really any new business, I learned this in business school freshman to sophomore year, that in marketing your business, there are only 2 things you really need to do and plan. Number 1 is what you're going to say, and number 2 is who you're going to say it to. As part of this training, we're really going to encourage you to create your own 30-second commercial. Now, in the new consultant manual, under Chapter 1 in your new consultant manual, which you can access on the AlouetteSoutheast.com website and Consultants Corner, you will see how to create and write your own 30-second commercial. Your homework after viewing this training is just that. Create your own 30-second commercial. What you'll say about what you're doing with Alouette when someone asks. That's important. You can tell. What do you say when someone asks? What is it you're going to say? And after you've got that commercial created, I challenge you to role play. Role play with yourself in the mirror. I role played with my cat when I first did this 25 years ago. But role play and make sure you're confident in what you're saying, and then go out and share that with at least 4 people. That's your first homework assignment. Create that 30-second commercial, practice it, and then go share it with 4 people. Now, that's what you're going to say. Secondly, who are you going to say it to? And who you're going to say it to is your marketing plan of who you're going to go and talk to about your new Aloette business. For this, we use an acronym called FRANKS. F-R-A-N-K-S. And FRANK stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, your kids' friends' parents, and your spouse's Franks list. If you write Franks down the side of a page, I encourage you to then take and write 4 names by each letter. So 4 friends, 4 relatives, 4 acquaintances. And after you've got them listed, you've now got 24 people you're going to market to. The next thing I'd like you to do is prioritize. Write down by those people you definitely know will have a show. They'll just do it for me. They're my mom. They're my best friend. They'll do it. Put an A by those people. People who probably will host a show. Yeah, they don't know I'm doing this, but once I get talking to them, yeah, they'll do it for me. Put a B by those. And put a C by those people who possibly might have a show. If I talk to them, they might be interested and might do that, but I don't really know. And so prioritize A, B's, or C's. After you've got that list and you've prioritized it, call someone on your list. Call an A. Make that call. Saying your 30-second commercial, make that call to someone on your Franks list. And what you'll find is you're going to have a show booked for your new Aloette business. Now, the other thing you need to be aware of is the earn and learn steps. So as you've got started and you're ready, you've got your marketing list, you've got the people you're going to talk to, you know what you're going to say, you're scheduling your shows. Now it's time to really be ready to do your first show. And we strongly encourage you before doing your first show to view 2 or 3 show observations before you do that show. This may be with someone you know, your manager, your leader. You have an Aloette show DVD in your kit you can view. You can also go to AloetteSoutheast.com, and in the training section sales area, there are 2 show videos, the Aloette show video and my wife and I's personal video under show videos you can look at, and the flip chart is your guide. Both of these shows use the flip chart as the reference to do the show. Some other things you want to do is do some business setup steps. You want to set a home office workspace in an area with catalogs and order forms so that you're ready at any time when someone calls to place an order to take that order. You need a computer to access Web Express, Consultants Corner, the Aloette Southeast website. If you don't have one, the library or Kinko's are places you can go, but it's very important. Add Aloette to your voicemail or your answering machine. Hi, this is the personal residence and Aloette business of, with your name. You may be interested in ordering business cards, a stamp, and or labels. It's a good idea to have a business account that you run your business through. A name tag, that's our little portable billboard. I wear my name tag at all my shows. And some product samples like our enzyme peel and our hand and body silk are great to have so you can get people to experience our products as you get started. These great tips on chapter number 1, Starting Strong, are ways to ensure that you have a super successful new start with your Aloette business. And here is to you starting a strong and happy new Aloette business.